I've been teaching multimedia product development since 2002. A key part of this course is that I have my students do a service learning project. It's a wonderful opportunity for them because they do something in the real world, something they can put on their CV. So compare the two following things. Let's say I give them an equivalent project as a class project to what you would give them. Look at the difference on their CV. In the one, they can say, I did a really great class project. And the other one, they can say, visit this company's website and you'll see my work. So that real life experience is very important. It makes it very attractive to future employers as they see these people have really been engaged in the real world. So I'll take on this project from a few angles and give you some perspective of what you possibly could do with this. On the one side, the students have to do a proper project management experience. In other words, they will visit with you, they will plan out what they're going to do, they're going to develop a timeline, fully flesh it out, and then get to work and develop it, finish in time so that they can show you what they've done, you can give them feedback, they can tweak and alter, improve, and till you feel now we've made it, and you sign off and they say, here we are, and they deliver the product to me. So that's from a student perspective what happens. Now, your immediate question might be, but what is it that they can do for me? And I'll give you some guidance. It's one semester. We've got, let's say, 30, 35 students in the class. You could decide, as you look at what you need done, to break it up into several pieces that are really self-contained and give each student a different piece. Yes, you can have more than one student work on projects for you. Alternatively, if you would just work with one student, you would say, okay, one semester I don't want to overload you, but I don't want to underwhelm you either. And that's the tricky question. What does that mean? And if you still feel after this conversation that you need some guidance, we can do so through email until we feel we've got something great. So what have some of the students done? A very common thing is web development. Another common thing is screen capture training materials. In other words, explain how to use certain software, explain how to do certain things. For example, you might have a very complicated, quote-unquote, process that people you work with have to go through online forms they've got to fill out and things they've got to do that overwhelms them. Now you can have one of the students develop an online tutorial capturing live the event on the screen to show them exactly where do you go and what you do with it. So that's maybe a very popular one as well. We've had people develop promotional materials. So when it comes to multimedia, graphics, audio, video, this is where we live. It could be a straight video production that you will put on YouTube, and some would be really interested in that. What I'm concerned about is that you give them a modest idea or rather, not a modest, maybe a better word would be a really fair project. And then scope creep happens and you keep adding things. Well, can't we just do this? Can't we just do that? And eventually the student would say, well, what is it that I'm supposed to do? When am I done? And as far as the student's concerned, that is a real worry, because they've got to get graded, and if they're not done and they cannot say, here I am, this is what I was supposed to do and I'm done, look at this. So it's important that you formalize what they need to do and do a proper job with that. Otherwise it's a definite worry. It's really a satisfying experience. We've had students in very diverse areas, but there's one thing that I want you to develop rather than them, and that is the well, let me word it this way. They're going to develop the content for you, but you have to provide the content to them. In other words, you don't tell the student, I want you to write a creative piece to promote our enterprise. What do they need to write? You need to write that and let them produce the product with what you've written. So there's a fine line there. Sometimes they can come and take some video and do things, but if they take video, you set up the shots, you set up the meeting at which they're going to video and so forth. If you want a little think tank discussion to be videotaped, great. But you don't sit down with them and say, go get some of your friends and put a mock think tank thing together and video that. That's putting the full onus on them. You need to carry that burden and let them do their skill set. And that is to produce the video, not to provide the actors, to provide the script and so forth. That's your job. If that area is well known, then they can provide their content with your content and we're all happy. So hopefully this is a good one. As I say, this class is taught every year and we can be creative. Final word here is, so you need to write up what you want to have done and detail it and provide it to me. I will then disseminate that to the students and they will select the piece they want to do. Also, when they select, I do allow more than one student to pick the same project. Now, that might be a real advantage to you. If you want a specific thing done and you've got two students doing the very same thing, you can pick which one you will use in the end, because now you have a choice. Isn't that wonderful? So it's not all bad if you get two students doing the same thing for you. Then at least you have a choice. Otherwise, you just hope that what they've done is adequate and will serve your needs. So I look forward to working with you. Thank you for your interest, and hopefully we can serve the nonprofit community and really enjoy working with you.